Well, last time we spoke, I don't know where I was, probably on the Pacific coast. And now I am in southern Arizona near the Mexican border, heading down to Bisbee, and then I'm taking that over to New Mexico. Look what I found. Yeah. The Namaste hat has been found. But we're coming up some pretty good hills, and I'm just giving Mobile Podcast Command's transmission a little rest as we come up these hills. But this is breathtaking. First of all, I don't need the hat because it's about 80, 90 degrees out here. But it is really beautiful in this part of the country, this down here. And I've never been down here. Look at these hills. Look at these mountains, whatever they are. They're mountains. I mean, I'm not going to call them hills. But, you know, I've been in the mountains in West Virginia. I've been in the mountains in, obviously, Washington and the Rockies in Colorado and California and everything else. And they're all beautiful because there's something about mountains that's really great. But this is just a fantastic vista right here in Arizona. And it goes on like this for miles and miles and miles. This would be a great road trip for bikers because these roads just go on and on and on forever. So this is 80, State Road 80, or 80, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a national highway. And all this talk about infrastructure, I just want to point this out. Remember, we're in the middle of nowhere, okay? I want to take a look at this highway. Look at that. Look at that perfect, fantastic highway. I'm sorry about this thing shaking around. Let me tighten this up a little bit. There we go. Maybe that won't shake as much if I tighten it. But yeah, look at this. This is just fantastic. And of course, the highway is perfect. So this thing goes on for miles and miles and miles. I'm going down to Bisbee and I'm cutting east over into New Mexico, and I'm sure the scenery is going to get even more spectacular. But you've heard all those stories about Arizona and the Arizona roads and everything, highways, Arizona highways, obviously. This is just one of them, and it goes on like this for miles and miles and miles. And why I think it would be a great biker trip, and I'm sure a lot of you have taken it, one of the reasons I think it would be a great biker trip is that you go through Tombstone. I've got a podcast coming on Tombstone, which is really kind of a tourist trap, but it's still cool. And you go through all these other towns, but these roads, like you see these in South Dakota, and they go on forever in South Dakota, but not with this kind of just incredible scenery over and over and over again. And lots of great places to stop, and lots of Arizona history and lots of Western history that you see in the process. So, live from Arizona's highways.